Alright, so She Will Have Her Way by Neil Finn. So the original recording is in C sharp, but pretty much every live version that I can find, Neil is playing it in D. So to do this, you'll need to have your guitar tune to open D. So from low to high, that's D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. And so there's a lot of open strumming of that D chord. And the main riff is basically playing D, and then making like an E7 shape on the open D. So that's the second fret on the 5th string and the 1st fret on the 3rd string. And so that goes from D, like a G over D, and then you move it up 2 frets. So you've got 4th fret on the 5th string and 3rd fret on the 3rd string. And then the last chord in the main kind of verse sequence, you keep your finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, but instead we're going to have your finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string and on the 5th fret of the 2nd string. So it's going to be... So it's basically just a D5, because there's no 3rd in there. So the verse progression goes... That is a large amount of that song. So we hit the chorus the first time, and we just are going to bar straight across at the 5th fret, so we're having a G chord. So if you want to, you can just sort of strum this. I've seen live that Neil does a little pull off here at the 7th fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings. But he kind of does that while he's chording, so it's... So it's kind of mimicking the She Will Have Her Way melody. Then the next chord is a bit of a curious one. So the bass goes to somewhere else, but all we're doing is going to add the 7th fret on the 4th string. So it's... just back to D. There's a little fill that if you want to throw it in at that point, which is going the 2nd and 3rd strings at the 12th and 10th frets. Which he throws in there as well. Anyway, and then we're back to the verse again. So when we come around to the second chorus, we have... B minor chord, and all you have to do is just fret the 2nd fret on the 5th string, and the 2nd fret on the 2nd string, and then you're just playing the 5 strings. You're not playing the low D, you're just playing. And then we go back to the G. This time we're doing a different chord. We're having the 7th fret fretted again, except on the 5th string. And then we're going up to the 7th fret. The reason this one sounds a little bit different is because the bass is playing a different note, but it is definitely what Neil is playing. And then we're going to And then we're up to the first of the do sections, and all you're doing for that is just going on the 7th fret, full bar across the whole chord, and then down to the 5th. First time round we're going down to the 2nd fret. Up to the 5th again, and then we have that sort of bridgy section, and all that is just doing. It's just the verse progression again, but just doing half the length for each chord. So. And then we're back into the chorus. Do's again. So the second time with the do's, we go down to the open D, and then up to the second fret on the open E, the E bar chord. And we just do that again. And then in terms of the rhythm guitar, the rest of the song is literally pedaling between that open D chord and then adding that first chord that we learnt, the open E7 shape. Neil then goes on a bit of a solo at the end, but I'm not going to bother learning how to solo on open D just for this, so that's pretty much the whole of the song.